Hey there. My name is Krista, and I am dropping in to introduce myself and talk about the search for finding marvelous and why that. So, first, I'm an author. I am a wanderer, which I come to you from Spain right now, a mentor at heart. I have a background in the mental health field, and um, I'm deeply committed to growth in all aspects of our mental health well-being, but also in our spiritual development. And I am 100% a perpetual optimist. So I wanted to let you guys know why. Why is this in search of marvelousness? Well, it starts really with my journey. And so I'll explain. My middle name is Maravilla. Hence, you'll see Krista Maravilla as the channel. And Maravilla translates to marvelous from Spanish. Now that's great and all, and I was really grateful to have it. I guess I was named after my grandmother in Spain. But I've had people throughout my life question my use of marvelous or my use of maravilla, those who understood. And even though it was horrifying at the time to have somebody turn around and be like, "Who do you think you are being marvelous?" or claiming that. It was also a gift that I get to reflect back on because it's made me do a lot of my own deep work to find my marvelousness. And that didn't happen by coincidence or really in the beginning by will. I uh, I I started the search for marvelousness because I wanted more for my life and I was desperately miserable. And so I do what not normal people do. I had planned out a trip to a different state where I wanted to relocate to, but couldn't find employment. So I quit my jobs. I had two. I rented out my house, cleared out almost everything I owned, got in my car, and drove cross country. Uh, I started it off with a trip with a friend, and so there's segments, and one day I'm going to write a book about it. But to wrap it up, it ended up being 9 months, 9 to 10 months. I want to say 33, maybe 35 national parks. Some with my friend, most alone. I hiked and I unraveled from all of the belief systems, the identities that I was carrying, the societal constructions I was imposing on myself, which were really dimming me. And in search of trying to find an extraordinary life, I discovered that I was marvelous. And we'll talk about the difference between extraordinary and marvelous, or being mindfully marvelous, as I like to call it, later, not today. But it was one of the best, most exhilarating, most heart centering experiences of just learning to let go, and totally changed everything about who I am. So when I started to do my books and to change my career path, I decided to take on my middle name, Maravilla, as the brand. So, In Search of Marvelous is about searching out and embracing the marvel of who we are. And sometimes it's a long path. I can attest, and I'll even say that the marvel of the path is that it doesn't actually end. It's continuous. It's continuous. Sorry. Um, so I wanted to then jump over to what I do in my writing. I wrote a book called Spark. I've started a series, Spark of Fire and Shadows, and it's got a novella and a free short story. If you're interested, you can get it in by subscribing to my newsletter in the links below. But the the point of the book when I was writing it, so my background is in mental health counseling, and one of my, as you I think understand now, deep passions is to help people, find the marvel and kind of go through the journey of the dark the dark shadows that we carry inside ourselves. So my main character, Fee, she actually has a lot of darkness, and I've been able, with all of the trauma work I've counseled over the years and been exposed to stories of, etc., kind of put in a combination of somebody who's traumatized, but also who does not want to change, but also somebody who has some moments of clarity on, like, all right, I'm doing this, but I'm not doing it for me. I'm doing it for my best friend, Kyra. But anything in the way of that needs to be taken care of. And so she addresses certain concerns or certain things that would thoughts that could like lead her down a rabbit hole as she kind of goes through. So the book, it's high action. It's a little dark because she's getting her butt kicked all the time. Sorry. And there's a lot of intrigue because she doesn't know a lot of things. It's kind of like our life journey. We don't know a lot of things. Like, why can't someone just tell us? And the reality is, no one can tell us anything. We have to discover it on our own, and we have our own answers. Anyway, if you haven't had a chance, or if this, I know it probably didn't intrigue you, well, I won't say that. The book is intriguing. Fee lives a dual life. She is an assassin, but on the flip side, she's also known as weak and timid and sick, which is her persona. And so I definitely recommend checking out the book. And then the other things that I do that I want to touch on is how to help people embrace the Marvel. So mentoring, and I'm going to be launching a group called the Shame Shifters Sanctuary, but I shorten it. You'll see I have this weird thing with S's. I'll share. I have Spark. So Spark, my book. Hold on. I have Spared, which is my novella. Hold tight, I'll show you. My novella. I didn't print off the title to my short story because it's short, and it's only meant to be an electronic freebie, but that's called Shaken. And I'm currently working on Thunder. So apparently I have this thing with S's. Sorry. But I'm embracing it because there's nothing wrong with that. The whole point of the group that I am angling towards is how we can release the shame that we carry through micro moments or maybe macro moments of our lives, and how those moments of shame or memories of shame have embedded in us and our blocks, and we just need to release them. So if you're interested, definitely check out my website, and I will come back. My goal is to come back every week and chat with you about something. It could be writing resources. It could be about being mindfully marvelous, or it could be about any book updates or fun news I have to share, or it could be about my wanderings. Like, I'm here in Spain now. One of my goals is to either find a caravan I can rent, or purchase a caravan here, and then go throughout Europe in a caravan with, and he's not here right now, but I adopted a street cat because I am a sucker for animals. And where I am right now in Spain has a lot of cats. And so this particular cat was getting beaten up, and he looked older, and he was not feral. He was very loving. And so I decided, because I'm a sucker, to take him in. And so I've named him Neo. He was, come to find out, he had a chip in him and he was abandoned, which happens a lot here in Spain, unfortunately. So I've taken in Neo, and because he's a street cat, he's okay going in a backpack mostly. Some maneuvering around that, but he's okay. And then I'm planning on having him travel throughout all of my wanderings, because why not? He's awesome. So with that, check out my website. It's down below in the links, but also it's Krista Maravilla. And I look forward for you to subscribe to my channel if you want to have more, if you want to catch all of my episodes. And then let's see where this unravels to, because isn't that the fun of life, right? So stay marvelous.